So hey coders, welcome to part 2 of our Zero to Hero Python programming series. So in this video, we will be covering operators and conditional statement, which is the most important part of our Python programming. So before telling that, I would like to tell you what we have discussed in part 1. In part 1, we have discussed how to install VS Code, variables, code data types, and input, how to take input from user typecasting, and etc. If you have not watched that video, first of all, you have to watch that and then you have to come to this part. So without wasting time, I would like to start our lecture. Huh. So what are operator? Special symbols that perform operation on values. Like in maths, we perform calculation with the help of operator plus, minus, like that only. In this also we will perform some operation with the help of operator. There are various type of operators like plus, minus, addition, subtraction, divide, multiply, boolean operator, like that. I will be covering this all in upcoming series. So I would like to tell you Python group operators into families: arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operator, membership operator, and identity operator. These are various type of operator which are its types. We will cover each family today, and then we use to build conditional logic. So today I will tell you all these type of operator and all conditional operators. So our one of the most important operator is arithmetic operator. It is as like as we do calculation in mathematics like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent. All of these example I will show you how to code. Okay, so you get better practical knowledge. So first of all we will like to do addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, so I would like to I will create new file. Second, this is second part, second.py. Okay, so we will start from addition. In my earlier videos, I have told you how to create a variable. For example, I have created two variables, a is equal to 7 and b is equal to 8. So I want to perform an addition operation on it. So how I will do it? Print a. So I want to do addition, so I will write a plus b. It is as simple as we have done in 6th, 7th class. 15. You can check the answer. Suppose if I want to do subtraction, a minus b. You can see the result here, -1, because 7 minus 8 is equal to -1. Or I can do multiplication. Print a star b. 56. So you can check all answer. If I want to store its result in any variable, I can also do that. For example, like there is one task given to us, like we are having two variable and I have to store its addition answer in another variable. So how I will do? Sum is equal to a plus b. Like we were writing 7 plus 8, now we have to write a plus b, because a plus b are also holding that value only. Okay, so when I will print it, it will be like print sum. Why sum? Because now some variable is holding a plus b, which is 7 plus 8. Okay, now if I want to create a subtraction variable, okay, sub is equal to, I am taking short terms. You can also practice in your code editor. Print sub is equal to same answer. Now I will do one more example, multiply, or we will write product is equal to a star b. One of the most important thing for multiply, we use star. Okay, star we use for multiply. Okay, print, like in maths we write cross null, in this we use star. Product 56. Okay, now there are various more operations that I would like to tell you, that are addition, subtraction, multiplication we have discussed. You can take one example and do it by yourself. Now we will do division and floor division. Now first of all I would like to tell you what is the difference between division and floor division. You can see here also, when I am doing simple division, not floor, simple division, when I have written 5 divided by 2, its answer would be 2.5, we know. But when I write 5 double slash by 2, its answer became 2. How? I will tell you now. Okay. First of all, I would like to comment that. Okay, so like I have taken two variables, a is equal to 5, same example I am taking, b is equal to 2. Now I have to store its result. Oh, now I will store its result in, I will not store, I will just directly print. Okay, a divided by b. Now when I will print, it will come 2.5, because as we know 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Okay, See, but when I will apply double slash here, for division we use slash, for multiplication we use star, and for product and for addition and subtraction, you know. ठीक है? When I have used double slash here, you can see the result is changed. Why? Because this is known as floor division. If in any condition, there is any condition given that we don't want decimal part, we only want whole number. So what we will use? Floor division. Floor division is the division in which decimal part is ignored. Okay. Print when I am repeating again, when I have done a divided by b, this is known as simple division. In this we will get 2.5 because in this decimal part also come, but whenever a condition is given, we only want whole part, not a decimal part, so we will use floor division. And floor division, for what we use floor division? Double slash. Okay, let's see here, you can check the result 2. Okay, now the next part is modulus and exponent. Okay, these are also very easy part. Okay, for remainder, we know in mathematics we get a remainder when there is a fractional part. We also get remainder. When I will do 5 divided by 2, I will get a remainder. Okay, so what will be the remainder? Here remainder will be 1. So if I want to print remainder, print a percent b. For remainder, what sign we use? Percentage sign. This you have to remember. Okay, see, 1. For remainder, we use percentage sign, and if we can, like that only I have done in addition and subtraction, we can also store this result in any another variable. For example, remainder is equal to a percent b. Okay, so now whenever I will print remainder, so remainder will be printed. This is very easy concept. And next is double star. For first, remind that for what we have used star. Star we have used for multiplication, but double star, for example, I will take same example, print a double star b. So what will be output? Output will be 5 की power 2. 5 की power 2 क्या होता है? 25 होता है. ठीक है? Here you can see. For double power, मतलब for power we took double star. Okay. For single star there is multiplier. For double star there is exponential, means power. 5 raised to power 2 means यहाँ पे a double star b है तो मतलब 5 की power 2. अगर यहाँ पे मैं कर दूँ b double star a, so it means 2 की power 5. 2 की power 5 क्या होता है? 32. So here we can see the result. Okay. So these are all operator I have discussed. If you want to revise it again, you can see my video from starting. Okay. This is the first topic we have discussed. So next type of operator is assignment operator. Assignment operator is used to update the value, or one of the most important use of assignment operator that I have learned is it is used to store left hand side value to right hand side. Means if I have written x is equal to 5, so there is equal to is known as assignment operator, which will store right hand side value to left hand side. Means 5 will be stored in x. So 5 is in right hand side and x is in left hand side. So it will get stored in x. Okay, and there are various more examples, like plus is equal to, means if I write x is equal to x plus 3, what it will mean? We have to add 3 in x. Same as like I can write that x plus is equal to 3, which also means x is equal to x plus 3. This is the shortcut form. Okay, for example, for every concept I will explain you with example. Okay, and you have to also try with different examples. Like I have write a is equal to 5. Like earlier you have noticed that we are writing a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5. So what is this is equal to known as? We will not say it's is equal to, because in coding standard we say it's assignment operator. Okay, so assignment operator is the operator which is used to store right hand side value to left hand side. Okay, like a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10. So here a is equal to 5 is equal to, in this is the assignment operator. B is equal to 10 is equal to, in this is the assignment operator. And if I write a plus equal to, wait, what if I write a is equal to a plus 5? It means a is equal to a plus 5. What means? A is equal to, there is left hand side. Okay, here value will be stored. This is a variable a plus 5. A we have defined earlier is 5. So a is equal to 5 plus 5, which means 10. So the value of a will be updated. Value of a will be now 10. Okay, so whenever I will print a, it will come 10. See, 10. But whenever I will write before it, print a, it will come 5. Why? Because I have updated later. So whenever I want to update any value, suppose I want to multiply this a with 5. So I will use here star, because for multiplication we use star. Okay, so here you can see 25. Why? Because with the help of assignment operator, we have updated the value of a. But it means like a is there at left hand side. Okay, at left hand side variable is there where value will be stored. Okay, at right hand side a is equal to a star 5. So a star 5 means took value of 5 from variable a wherever it is present. So here it is present 5. So a is equal to 5 star 5 means a is equal to 5 into 5 is equal to 25. So store another value means update the value of a by 25. Okay, and if I would like to write this in a short form, I would like mm, a star equal to 5. This is just a short format. Whenever I will print, let me first comment this. So whenever I will write print a, the answer will be same. Why? Because the work of both condition is same. Okay, 25 you can see. This is known as assignment operator. Suppose rather than writing this a is equal to a star 5, I would like to recommend you should write this. Okay. Now we will do a, like if I want to subtract 2 from a. So a is equal to a minus 2, or I can write is a minus is equal to 2. So this a is equal to a minus 2 and a minus is equal to 2 is same, nothing else. Okay. And if we took another example, wait. So here you can see plus is equal to minus is equal to star is equal to slash means if we want to divide a something means if we want to divide a by another number, so we would like a is equal to a slash 5, or we can write a slash is equal to 5, meaning is same. Okay, so modulus we have learned, floor division we have learned. Okay, so moving to next operator, comparison operator. It is same as like as we have read in maths. Like in maths we have learned in 7th and 8th class. Like so here come the assignment operator. Assignment op Mhm. So here comes the comparison operator. Comparison operator is same as like as we have read in maths. In 7 8 class we have read that greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. It is same as like as that. Okay. Whenever I will write double equal to, it is used to compare two values. For example, and one of the most important thing is the result of comparison operator is only true or false, and true or false is a boolean data type. Okay. I have told you earlier that true or false is a boolean data type. Let me erase this first. Hmm. If I will like a is equal to 10, b is equal to my 5. If I want to check whether these variables are equal or not, but in this case the value is visible, in some case the value is not visible. So if we want to check that whether these variables are equal or not, so we will write a is equal to b. So this will print the result. See, here what is the output? False. It is known as Boolean output. Okay, so a is equal to b. So we know that a is greater than b in this case because a is 10, b is 5. So result will be false. And if I will write, suppose I updated the value of b, b plus equal to 5. So value of now b will be 10. So now result should come true. Here you can see. Now the result is true. Why? Because a is 10, b is 10. So what will be the output? A is equal to b, then output will be true. Otherwise, if value of b is greater than or less than, suppose value of b is now 10. So now the value of b is 15. So now answer will be false. Like this wise only. If we want to check the whether the value is greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. So these with the help of these operator we can check. So these all operator are known as comparison operator which output in booleans. Boolean means true and false. Okay. Now next is equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to. Okay. So now whether we want to check if the values are not equal or equal. Suppose we have learn this equal to, but whether we want to check if value is not equal. So what for not equal we use exclamatory and equal to. Okay, like for equal to we have write double is equal to. For not equal to, exclamatory and equal to. Suppose value first is equal to, suppose my salary. Suppose there is a person X and its salary is X is equal to 15,000. Okay, and now there is person Y, its salary is 20,000. So we want to check whether they are having equal salary or not. Either we can use is equal to or we can use not equal to. Okay, we can use any of them, but the result will be opposite, always opposite. Print X equal to Y. So now what will be the output? Its output will be false. Why? Because salary is different. We can check false. But whenever I will write not equal to is written by exclamatory equal to. So now its output will be true because exclamatory equal to means not equal to. So we know X and Y are not equal. So we can check here. True because they are not equal. Okay. And next one is X greater than Y and X less than Y. Print X less than Y. So output will be true because it is less than. And whether we want to check is Y greater than, sorry, Y is smaller than X. So output will be false. We can also use equal to. Equal to means greater than equal to means we have studied in maths also. Like if this is also 20,000. First of all, I would like to tell you less than. If I will print Y less than X, but here values are equal. But here result will be true or false. Tell me, result will be false. Why? Because Y is not less than X. And if I will write Y is greater than X, here also result will be false. Why? Because Y is not greater than X. But whenever I will write Y is greater than equal to X, so now result will be true. Why? Because X and Y are equal. That's why. So greater than equal to and greater than. The difference in that is if the values are equal, greater than will show false, but greater than equal to will show true. So this works for equal value and greater value. And same as in case of less than equal to and less than. So if value is less than, wait a minute, 2000. Here Y is greater than 2000. Wait. X is less than Y. So here result will be true. Okay. But now if value is 20,000, so result will be false. But if I will put 1 is equal to here, so this is now less than equal to. So now result will be true. Okay, understood? So these are all 6 comparison operator: greater than equal to, less than equal to, greater than, less than, equal to, and not equal to. Okay. And one other important thing also, likewise, I have just printed the result, but here we can store the result in another variable also. For example, A is equal to 20,000, B is equal to 10,000. So if I want to store its result in any another variable, I can store result equal to A greater than B. So what will be output? True. So whenever I will print result, so now its output will be true. So result, see here. So results also hold the value of A greater than B because it is a variable which store the value of another thing. So A greater than B, we know output will be true. So true will be stored in result, and whenever we will print result, so output will be shown here. Okay. So now moving to next topic. Next operator is logical operator. Before telling you logical operator, I would like to tell you one if statement. Okay, if else statement. Okay, because after understanding that, you will be able to take that better in better way. Okay. Let's start. If else. Like there are 3 things: if, else, else if. Okay. So if we use, like, if we, these are conditional operator. Okay. So like if we want to check, if suppose there is a task in a company, like if your senior said you to make a program like which compares the salary of 2 employees. Okay, then print the name of that employee who is earning higher salary. Okay, so we will make one program here, like salary of first employee is first equal to 10,000. Okay, second employee equal to 15, okay, 12,000. Okay. Now we want to print the name of employee whose salary is higher. So we will use the help of, we will do this with the help of if. If is a conditional operator. Okay. If first is greater than second, here we will use indentation. Print first, sorry. Okay, leave that. We will give the name to that person, Ram and Sham. Okay, Ram and Sham. So here we can clearly see that Sham is having higher salary than Ram, but we would like to check it with the help of our code. Okay, so I have given condition if first is greater than second. So this the part I am writing here in indentation is print if first is greater than, sorry, I would like to write here is Ram. If Ram is greater than Sham, means their salary will be compared because in Ram and Sham their salary is stored. So here Ram greater than Sham. If this condition will be true, so that print part will be executed. Ram salary is higher. Okay. But if suppose like I have given if condition, what if condition fails? If condition is not valid, so we will write else. Sorry, else we will write double quotes. Print Sham salary is higher. What it mean? Like we have created two variables Ram and Sham, and here salary is stored. So if I will compare the salary of Ram and Sham, which operator I will use? Comparison operator. Okay, so Ram and Sham, we know that the salary of Sham is higher. So in this if condition, I have written if salary of Ram is greater than Sham, then print Ram salary is higher, else print Sham salary is higher. If you understand basic English, you could understand that. Like if condition fails, because we know there Ram salary is less than, so this part will become false. So this part will not execute. So here else part will execute. Whenever if part fails to run, then else part is executed. What if, okay, first I would like to run it. Here you can see Sham salary is higher. Okay. Sham salary is higher. Why it came? Because we know the salary of Ram is less than Sham. So if condition fails, why? Because Ram and Sham salary is higher, so it will return false. So if it became false, it became invalid, then else part will run. What if I like it? Ram is less than Sham, and here I will change the name. So I know here now the salary of Sham is greater than Ram, so this condition is true. So if part will execute, okay. Here you can see, sorry, here Ram will come, okay. Here Sham. Why Sham salary is higher? Because now if part will execute, why? Because now condition Sham greater than Ram is true. So if part will execute, whenever if part will execute, else part will not execute. If part fails to execute, then else part will be executed. Okay. Now we can take the condition. Let's create one another thing. So now we will take another example. Example is like working hours. So example, Ram is working 10 hours in a company and Sham is working 8 hours in a company. So the person who is working more deserve more salary. So if we want to calculate which person deserve more salary, so we will use if else in this. If Ram, to specify that I will write HURS. This format is known as snake case. This is the one of the most coding standard, most important coding standard we follow. These things I would like to tell you later. Okay, these are not much important. The most important thing here is logic building. Okay, if Ram hours is greater than Sham hours, then print. What will you print? Ram deserve more salary. This is the thing, na? If he's working more, so he deserves more salary. Else, what if Sham is working more, then else part will be executed. Else, sorry, print Sham deserves more salary. Why? Because Sham is working more hours. Sham is having more work hours. So okay, now what if we will execute? What will be its output? Before seeing the answer, first of all, think in your mind only, then check answer. Ram deserve more salary. Why? Because the working hour of Ram is more. What if this condition fails? Then else part will execute. Like if I do 1. Now 1 is not greater than 8, so this condition becomes invalid, so else part will run. Okay. So here you can see Sham deserves more salary. So I have told you three things: if, else, and else if. Suppose there are multiple conditions in this, because in the conditions Ram greater than Sham, suppose in this example there was only one condition. But what if there are multiple conditions? How we will give this? So we can use the else if part. So else if part run like when. Okay, I will like to give you one example. Okay. Suppose हाँ, there are 3 employees. ठीक है, we want to find out which employee is having more than 10 hour working hours. ठीक है, so we will write Ram hours equal to 12, Sham hours leave it. I would like to tell you with another example. Okay, grading system. ठीक है, in grading system we write if grading system like how we calculate grades. We calculate grades by if marks are greater than 90 then O grade, if marks are greater than 80 then A plus, then 70 then A. Okay, so we will make same system here. Okay, like marks, like there, suppose there is my mark LKS achiever Lakshya marks is equal to 92. Okay, suppose my marks are 92. If I want to calculate which grade I will get on 92 marks, so I will write if Lakshya marks are greater than 92. Suppose I would like to print excellent. So I will print excellent. Print excellent. But what if I fail to score marks greater than 90? Then I will give one more condition here is else if. So else if will execute when if part fails. Okay. Suppose marks are greater than 80. Then I want that it must print like print very good. Okay. Else if print very good. Okay. Suppose I want to give one more condition if my marks would be greater than 70 also. Else if Lakshya, sorry, I will not write else if, I will write elif. Yeah, because in C language we use else if, so I was a bit confused. Sorry. If elif, so we use elif. Elif Lakshya marks are greater than 70. Print good. Otherwise, I would like to print average. Okay, suppose my marks are less than 70. I want condition if marks are greater than 70, 40, if marks are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, means not greater than 70, then it would print average. So I will write else print average. Sorry, ignore these mistakes, please. Hmm. So what it comes here, very good. Why very good? Because I have given condition here if marks is greater than 90. If I will place a 90, so what it will here is excellent. Why excellent? Because marks are greater than 90. We know here I have scored 92 marks. What if my marks are 82? So here it will come very good. Why very good? Because in this case, if condition fails, so it become invalid. So now it will jump to elif part. So now it will check this condition. If my marks are greater than 80, so here we can see my marks are 82. So this part will execute. If my marks are suppose 70, 72, sorry. So this condition will also fail. So now this will jump to this. Okay. So line while it will be executed. I have told you now that Python is an interpreted language. So line wise it will work. Good. Why? Because now my marks is less than 80 but greater than 70. So my interpreter knows that his marks is fails to score. Lakshya fails to score greater than 90 marks. So this condition will become invalid. So now it will jump to elif part. So now it will check whether he scored 80 marks or greater than, but here I have scored 72 marks, so it will fail. So this condition will also become invalid, so it will jump to elif part. Suppose my whole 3 condition becomes invalid, so now else part will run. Okay, when else part will be run, if my old condition get invalid, my old condition become false, then else part will be executed. If I will not write else part here now, so nothing will be executed. Suppose if I have deleted else part and my marks are not according to this condition, my marks are like 62, but I have not given any condition with respect to 62. So now nothing will be output. See, nothing is the output. Why? Because else part is not there. So else part runs whenever all the condition fails to meet the validity criteria. Okay. So I'm repeating it again. If part runs whenever this condition will met. If part fails to meet the condition, so it will jump to elif. If elif fails to meet the condition, if there is any another elif present there, so it will jump to that elif part. Suppose if after this elif, if there is no elif present here, just there is else, so else part will be executed. So whenever there will be all condition become dissatisfied, means all condition values are not recognized, so we will use else part. Okay, मीन्स सिंपल मतलब यही है इसका, अगर सारी कंडीशन फॉल्स होगी ना इसके अंदर, मीन्स इफ की कंडीशन भी मैच नहीं कर रही, एल इफ की कंडीशन भी मैच नहीं कर रही, इसकी भी कंडीशन मैच नहीं कर रही, तो एल्स पार्ट रन करेगा. ठीक है, एल्स एल्स प्रिंट एवरेज और आई कैन राइट फेल. ठीक है, so this part is also completed. If else we have learned, if else elif chain we have also done. So now I will tell you logical operator which are and, or, and not. So we use this logical operator in these conditions only, if, and else. Okay, like rather than using elif again and again, I would like to write like simply I can write and now. Means and means suppose print a greater than b, suppose print a 10 greater than 2 and 7 less than 4. So now its output will be false. Why? Here we can see why. And means both condition must be true, then only it will give answer true. Okay, so here we can see 10 is greater than 2, so it means it is true. But here we can see 7 is less than 4, it is false, so output will be false. And wants that both condition must be true, then only it will give true. And there is one or operator also, print 10 is greater than 2, or I'm writing the same condition. So here you check the difference. So one answer is false and another is true. What it means? It means and want both condition to be true, but or wants only one condition. Means or give true whenever if there is only one condition true, then output will be true. Okay, but in case of and, all condition must be true. So like if I will do this 10 less than 2. Now here we can see all condition are false because 7 is less than 4, this is also false. 10 is less than 2, this is also false. So here output will be false. Means if at least matlab condition of or is that if at least there should be one condition which must be true, so it will give true. And the condition of and is all the condition must be true or all the condition must be false. Means if any of the one condition became false in case of and, it will give false. It is like we use binary system in mathematics. Okay, there is and, XOR and. Okay, it is like that only, and an or operator. There is one not operator also. It is used to reverse the result. Okay, means whenever I will print 10 greater than 2, it output will be true because we know 10 is greater than true. But whenever we want to reverse it result, like I want that false should become, so I will apply here not, print not 10 greater than 2. Now output will be false. Why? Because I have applied here not. If the answer is true, then not will reverse its result. If answer is true, it will show false, and if answer is false, it will show true. If 1 is greater than 2, we know that 1 is not greater than 2, so it output should come false. But see here, I have applied one not here, so it will reverse the result. Here we can say true. Okay, so we have discussed three operators, and, or, and not. In case of and, if any of the one condition fails to meet the criteria, its output will be false. And in case of Or if any of the one condition became true, it will generate true. And note is used to reverse the result. It will convert true to false and false to true. I will show you one more example for better understanding. From here we can take only if else if is recovered. And age is greater than 18 and has ID. So I will take one simple example. If like we want to check if the person is eligible for voting or not. So we will write voter age equal to, suppose a person is having age 12. Okay? And the person must have valid voter ID na for voting. So we will write voter ID. So if he is having, we will write true. If he is not having, we will write false. Suppose if he is having voter ID. Okay. We know that the person cannot get voter card if it is less than 18, but for understanding I am doing that. Print we will write if voter age is greater than 18. Suppose I have to give multiple condition here now. I have to give two condition because there are two criteria. The person age must be greater than 18 or equal to 18, and he must have valid voter ID card, and voter ID equals to true. So voter ID is equal to 2. We use assignment operator for comparing now. Comparison operator. Print person is eligible for voting. So whenever I will execute, nothing will be work. Why? Because we have used and here, and for and both condition must be true. So here we can see the age of voter person is less than 18. So it will come false. But we have not read anything for false, like we have not used else or else if. So nothing will be executed. Okay. So I will use else. Print person is not eligible for voting. So what it means, like if the voter age is greater than 18 and he is having valid voter ID card, he can vote, else he cannot vote. Okay. If I will do here 19. So now the answer will be person is eligible for voting because both condition met, both condition are true. So that's why if part will execute. Because we have used and here, so it is mandatory that both condition must be true. Okay. Suppose I will write or here. So what is the condition of or? The condition of or is if one condition is true, so it will return true. So if any one condition from this is true, so it will execute that if part and the person is eligible for voting, this will be printed. Okay. Suppose now I have done it 18. So here you can see person is eligible for voting, but this is not the valid part. So we have to use this operator depending upon the usage what we have given. Okay. So like if age is 12, so the person who is less than 18 year can vote. No, but here it is printing it is eligible. Why? Because we have used or operator. So this small mistake can create a big issue. So we will use and here. Why? Because there was two conditions. So depending on usage we have used now. Okay. Voter ID true. This now it will be false. If there would be or here, it will be executed like person is eligible for voting, but this is wrong. In this condition, we have to use and. Suppose if there is condition of or, for example, let's take another example. Driving license. Like my for driving license, there we need any of the two documents. Like if I am having voter card, then also I can get driving license. If I am having Aadhaar card, then also I can get. So we want to check either of two conditions. Means any one condition must be true. I can return the true value. Okay. So is Aadhaar true? Suppose I am having Aadhaar card, but I am not having voter card. For verifying my identity, I can use any of it, na. false. Okay, if is Aadhaar equal to true, or I will use or here. Why? Because if any of the condition met, I can get the driving license. Is voter equal to true? At last, after covering all these operator, we will discuss ample of questions on this. For your logical understanding, print the person can get driving license. Else, if suppose if both condition fails, like I am not having Aadhaar card also, I am not having voter card also, then else part will be executed because I am not having any of the condition. The person cannot get driving license. So what will be printed here? Wait a minute. Here comparison operator will come, no? Double equal to. So here value will be compared. If is Aadhaar is equal to true और इस वोटर इज इक्वल टू ट्रू मीन्स अगर इनमें से कोई भी कंडीशन ट्रू होगी तो इफ पार्ट एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, अगर दोनों कंडीशन फेल हो जाएगी, मतलब अगर कोई एक भी कंडीशन, मान लीजिए इसमें तीसरी कंडीशन भी है, क्योंकि इसके अंदर एज क्राइटेरिया भी होता है, सपोज इज एज इक्वल टू 18, सो आई वुड लाइक टू राइट हियर इज एंड, बिकॉज एज तो मैंडेटरी है ना, इन इस आधार इस वोटर हमारे लिए ऑप्शनल है बट हमारे लिए एज मैंडेटरी है, सो वी विल राइट हियर एंड age must be greater than equal to 18. So likewise this we can write multiple condition in that, like we can use multiple and multiple over here. Okay, so here first the priority is given to AND operator. Okay, so we will apply there. So now the person can get driving license. Yes, now the answer is the person can get driving license. Why? Because my age is 18, so this condition is true. So for printing this part, so from in this any one condition should be true. Okay, and there is one condition true is Aadhaar. Okay, what if I will write false here? If I will write false here na, so this part will not be executed. See, the person cannot get driving license because I am not able to fulfill the criteria for Aadhaar card or voter card. If I am not having both, so the condition will become false and if part will not be executed. Okay, so is Aadhaar equal to true? If I am having voter card, it, so I have told you that the Python is case sensitive language. So if I would want to write in capital, so I will like in capital, and if I want to write in false, like if false will be small na, there will be error. Why? Because this is a case sensitive language. Small false and capital false means differently. So I will like here false capital. A person can get driving license because I am fulfilling this criteria. Again, if for or one condition should be true. Okay, so is Aadhaar is voter card, so I am having voter card, so one condition is true, so it this part, these two brackets will return true. Okay, and then we will compare with and, so this is true, and if my age is greater than equal to 18, so I can get driving license. We know that and require both condition to be true. So what if my age is 17? So answer will be the person cannot get driving license. Why? Because here this part is true, but this part and part is not, because and require both condition to be true. So this part will be fail to meet the condition. So now else part will be executed because in and we check both condition to be true. So here it was the simple example. We have done this. Make decision condition. We have done this if part, else if part, if elif chain, nested condition. So now we will be covering nested condition. Nested condition mean, so now we will start nested condition. What does nested means? Nested means another inside another, मतलब किसी के अंदर कुछ अंदर. Like I have told you how to solve if condition. Then nested if means if condition in another if condition. Suppose we are working in a company and we are given a task. We have to check one condition, but the condition should only checked when if it passes another condition. Means with the help of example I would like to tell you, suppose here we can see age is equal to 20 and here side is equal to true. So we want to check its entry. So what first, if we will check if age is greater than equal to 18, then only we will check if he is having ID or not. If this age condition fails, then this condition will not check and else part will be executed. Let me explain you with the help of an example. Suppose if age equal to 18 and is suppose we are going to a party and there the criteria is the person must have valid ticket and the age of person must be greater than equal to 18. So we will check two conditions, that he is having ticket and his age must be greater than equal to 18. So is ticket, suppose I am having ticket. Okay, so now I will put one if condition. If age is greater than 18 or age is greater than equal to 18, then I have to check another condition. If is ticket equal to true. Why we have used this? Suppose like a person of 12-year-old is having ticket, but there is no point of having ticket because he can't go inside until he is 18-year-old. So first we will check that the person must be 18-year-old, then we will check that he is having ticket or not. Suppose if this condition fails, if he is like 12 years, so this condition will not be checked, the else part of this if will be executed. Okay, if ticket is equal to true, right, the person is allowed to enter into party. Else, suppose if the person is 18 years old but he is not having party, then what will be the condition? Print the person is the person is satisfying, sorry, age criteria, but he is not having ticket. Okay, suppose if this else part is of this, if this else part will be executed if this if part fails to execute or this condition becomes invalid. What about this if? For this if we will write one more else part. Else print the person age is less than or equal to 18. So if this condition fails, if the person is of 12-year-old or less than 18, so this else will be executed. If the person is of 18-year-old, this condition will be checked. If he is having ticket, then this will be printed. If he is not having ticket, then this else part will be executed. So nested if means if condition in another if condition, means this if condition is inside this. So when this will be executed, then only this will be executed. If this part will be failed, then this part will be directly executed. The interpreter will not come to this inside nested if. Okay, so now I have done age is equal to 18 and ticket is equal to true. So the answer must be the person is allowed to enter into the party. Okay, so here we can see. So see here, the person is allowed to enter into the party. What if I input age here is 17 years old? So now this condition will become invalid. So the interpreter will directly jump to this else part because this condition is invalid. So this condition will not be checked. There is no point of checking this condition. Okay. The person age is less than or equal to 18. Suppose I am 21-year-old, but I am not having the ticket. False. So now which part will be executed? See here, this condition is true because I am 21-year-old. But when interpreter will come inside, so it will check this condition. Okay, but this condition will be false. Why? Because I am not having tickets. So this part will be invalid, so else part will be executed. The person is satisfying age criteria, but he is not having ticket. Okay, let's see here, the person is satisfying age criteria but he is not having ticket. So nested if means if condition inside another if condition. Here we can see this if condition is another inside if condition because this part will be only executed when this part will be validated. Okay, like if condition there are multiple nested loop condition also. When we will study loop now, then I will tell you nested loop. That is also very easy part. So this example we have seen. So now we will practice some question on if and else part for your better understanding and logical understanding. Okay. Num is equal to 18 if num percent 2. If we want to check whether a number is even or odd. So what is the condition of checking even number and odd number? Even number are those number which are which are completely divided by 2. So that number give remainder 0 on dividing by 2. And I have told you in earlier videos for remainder we use percentage sign. Okay. So now suppose we take one number num1 equal to, suppose I am taking input. In my previous video I have told you how to take input. If you have not seen that video, you can check that on my playlist. Okay. Enter the number. Okay. Now we want to check whether this number is even number or odd number. So condition of checking the number is if num1. So the number, if the number is an even number, so it will give remainder 0 on dividing by 2. So num percent 2 equal to 0. So now what will be the process here? So num1 will divide it by 2 and it will check if the remainder is coming equal to 0, then it is sure that the number is even number. Print the entered number is even number. Okay. Else if the remainder is not coming 0, so it is for sure that the number is not an even number. So print the entered number is not an even number. Okay. So now let's execute. Now I have to enter one number. Suppose I have input 7. So here we can see the entered number is not an even number. Why? Because 7 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Why? Because 7 is an odd number, so it will not give a remainder 0 on dividing by 2. Okay. The remainder will be 1 here. So it is not equal to 0. And for comparison, we use this equal to operator. Okay. Suppose I can write is, there is one not equal to operator also. So the number which will be odd number will not give remainder equal to 0. So I can use not equal to sign and the number is odd number, not an odd number. Okay, so now wait a minute. Int input enter a number. Yes. So now we will enter number 18. Suppose the enter number is not an odd number. So in this part, num1 percent 2 not equal to 0. This condition will become invalid. Why? Because 18% 2 comes equal to 0. So this condition becomes invalid because we have used not equal to. So this will return false. So if this will return false, then else part will be executed. Okay. Suppose if I will input an odd number 17. So now this if part will run. Why? Because 17% 2 is not equal to 0. So this part will return true. So if true will be returned, then if part will be executed. Okay. Means true is assigned to run the upcoming command. Okay. So this question is completed. Now second question. Practice problem 2. Suppose we have given a 3 numbers. Okay. Let's check. So suppose there are 3 number a equal to int. I have told you how to take input. Okay. Enter first number. Second number will be int input. Enter second number. If we want to take a decimal part also, so we will use, instead of int we will use float like this. Int input. Enter third. Sorry. Okay, so now we want to check out of these 3 numbers which is highest. So we will check if a is greater than b and a is greater than c. Suppose there are 3 numbers and this a is greater than this also and greater than this also. So this will be the highest. Print a is the, sorry, first number is the highest. First number is the highest number. Else, So here we will write elif. What if this condition fails? We can write else also, but in else we cannot give condition. Else part will only execute if elif part fails to run. So in case of else we cannot give any condition, but in case of if and elif we can give condition. So if b is greater than a and C is, and sorry, B is also greater than C. Here we will not use or, here we will use and. Why I have told you, because we have to use this according to the usage. So if I will write or here, so it will check any one condition. But if any one condition is true, then it will print first number is the highest number. But we can't do like that. Why? Because suppose if A is 12, B is, let me write here, hashtag comment, A is 12, B is 13 and C is 10. Okay, so here we can see A will be checked here. A is greater than B. No. So this part will become false. And here it will check is A greater than C. So here we can see 12 is greater than 10. So this part will become true. And OR will return true. Can OR means OR can return true only if one condition is true also. Okay, it should require at least one condition to be true. So this part will be executed and it will print first number is the highest number, but it is not true because A is less than B. So here we will use AND only, so that both condition must be checked. So now it will check here like, is A greater than B? 12 is greater than 13? No. So it will return false. So it will jump to elif part. Okay. That's why we will use AND here. Print second number is the highest number. Else, suppose we have checked these two conditions. Now the last condition which is left is if A is not greater than B and A is not greater than C and B is not greater than A and B is not greater than C. What does it mean? C is greater, else print C is, or third number is the largest number. So we will give here input. Suppose I'm writing 10, 7, 20. So what is the output? Third number is the largest number. So by this way we can check which number is the largest number. You can also practice like which number is the smallest number or which number is the highest number. We have tried this. You can also try this again, or you can do various example like is the person is able to vote or not, if the person is able to go into the party or not. For example, you can create this program using various if and elif condition. The more question you will practice here, the more will be the concept clarity. Okay. So now this part is also over. So now I would like to discuss some common mistakes some students do. Even sometimes I also do this mistake. Okay. For example, using equal to instead of double equal to. Suppose whenever we are comparing values, sometimes, let me comment out this first. So okay, so now we will discuss some common mistakes to avoid. These are very common mistakes some students do. Even also sometimes I also do these kind of mistakes. So I would like to tell you, using equals to instead of double equal to. Suppose whenever we are comparing value, if A equal to B, print number are equal. So instead of writing double equal to here, some students write single equal to. These kind of mistakes are very common. So what will be output? Let's check. First, let's define variable a and b. A equal to 10 and b equal to 10. So what will be the output? A equal to b. So here we are, that our interpreter is also giving us message that may, do you mean double equal to or equal to instead of equal to? What does it mean? Because for comparing value we use double equal to, not a single equal to. Single equal to is an assignment operator which is used to update value. That I have told you in my previous video, that single equal to is used to store right hand side value to left hand side variable. So for comparing, means for checking whether they are equal or not, we use double equal to. Okay, so next is forgetting the colon. Yes, sometimes like I have written here if condition. Some students do like if a equal to b, डायरेक्टली दे राइट प्रिंट नो, नो दे आर नॉट इक्वल या फिर नंबर आर इक्वल, ठीक है। बट ऐसा नहीं करना है, हमेशा हमें पहले कोलन लगाना है फिर हमें आगे काम करना है। अगर कोलन नहीं लगाया तो इंडेंटेशन नहीं होगा। इंडेंटेशन मीन्स लाइक अगर मैंने यहाँ पे, एक मिनट, like if I have put colon here, then I will write, if I have put colon here and then I will press enter. So here from our dash will start from here. But if I will not put colon here and then I will press enter, so it is starting from here. So in Python, indentation matters. So indentation is necessary and this will come by colon. Okay, so you don't have to forget this. Inconsistent indentation. Sometimes students give inconsistent indentation like this. If elif part, or in case of nested I will show you if age is greater than 18. So how do interpreter knows that which else part is of which if? So it is checked by indentation. जैसा कि इसमें कैसे होगा, else part, ये वाला else part है हमारा और ये if part है, तो इंटरप्रेटर को कैसे पता चलेगा कि किस एल्स का कौन सा इफ है? सो ये इंडेंटेशन से पता चलता है। देखो इस इफ की लाइन में ये वाला एल्स आ रहा है, तो ये जो एल्स है इंटरप्रेटर को लगेगा कि जो एल्स पार्ट है इफ का है, अगर ये फेल हुआ तो मुझे ये रन करना है, और ये जो एल्स पार्ट है ये इस इफ का है। तो इंटरप्रेटर को पता है कि जो इंडेंटेशन लाइन में आ रही है, मतलब जो इफ एल्स लाइन के अंदर है वो एक दूसरे के इफ एल्स है। क्या पता इंटरप्रेटर कंफ्यूज हो जाए कि ये इफ जो है क्या पता इस एल्स का हो, क्या पता ये वाला जो एल्स है ये इफ का हो। बट इंडेंटेशन मैटर, इंडेंटेशन इज यूज्ड टू डिफाइन that which else is of which if part. So here these are in line and these are in line. This is called indentation. So indentation matter. I cannot write like this else here because indentation is disturbed. So now here interpreter will get confused. This else is of which if, this or this. So interpreter will think here this else is of this if part. Okay. So next part is unreachable elif. Placing a broader condition before a narrower means that narrower one never runs. So okay, I will tell this also. Suppose I am checking grading system. Suppose I am making one grading system. Marks. Marks underscore 1 equal to 78. Okay, if marks greater than this, I have told you that, that's why I'm doing fast. Print, sorry, print grade O LF marks greater than 80. Print A plus LF marks greater than 70. Print B plus. We are taking till here only. Suppose I have scored 78 marks. So what interpreter will check? R is 78 greater than 90? No. So it will jump to elif part. Is 78 greater than 80? No. So it will jump to this part. Is 78 greater than 70? Yes. So this part will be executed. Here we can see. Okay. But what if I write here is first condition I gave. Suppose I shuffle this condition. First condition I gave is if is marks greater than 70. Print grade B plus. Okay. elif if marks greater than 80. Suppose I write marks greater than 90. Grade O. Suppose I have given this condition. तो इसमें क्या होगा, इसमें देखो ग्रेड बी प्लस, बट अगर मेरे मार्क्स 92 में तो क्या होगा इसके अंदर आउटपुट आपके हिसाब से आएगा ओ, आपके हिसाब से तो ओ आउटपुट आना चाहिए, बट ओ नहीं आएगा। देखो क्या है बी प्लस। वाई? बिकॉज वी शुड गिव दिस कंडीशन इन ऑर्डर। सपोज पहले हमें मैक्सिमम कंडीशन के लिए चेक करना है, मैक्सिमम वैल्यू के लिए चेक करना है, मैक्सिमम 90 से ऊपर हो सकता है रिजल्ट, तो मैक्सिमम ग्रेड ओ आ सकता है, तो सबसे पहले हम ओ लिखेंगे। वाई? बिकॉज नाउ इंटरप्रेटर विल चेक is 92 greater than 70? Yes, so it will directly print B plus. It will not go to elif, this elif and else part. Why? Because this condition is true. So we have to give condition according to the maximum value. So first we have to check for greater than 90 only. Suppose here if this part is at topmost, okay. So here first interpreter will check if 78 greater than 90. No. So interpreter will go to know that he is not having greater than 90 marks. So then it will jump to here elif part. So it will check is 70 if marks scored are greater than 80. No, this condition will also false. So it will be stored in its memory that marks are not greater than 80. So it will jump to next part. But what if we will directly give condition here only, small condition? So here it will check if marks are greater than Suppose if I have scored 92 marks, so here it will check if marks are greater than 70. Yes, this is true. So it will directly print B plus instead of checking this and this. So we must write all these conditions in maximum order. For first, we have to write maximum. For second, we have to write second maximum. Okay. In order we have to write. So this lecture is completely over. We have discussed all arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator, membership operator, if, elif, else part, nested condition, and for layered logic. And we have also discussed some example for your logical understanding. If you are having any doubt, you can write me on comment section. I will reply you as soon as possible. So what we will do in next part? For next part, we will do loop. Loop is also very important concept like if else only. So next part we will cover while loop, for loop, break, continue, pass, nested loop. This I will tell you in next lecture, and these are also very important topics, and these are easy, not they are much difficult, they are very easy topics. If you will do regular question practice and regular, you will see my video consistently, so you will able to adapt all these things and get to know all these things. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. We will meet in next part. Thank you.